Right, we are live, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, looks like it. Welcome. Those of you who are already here, and welcome to those of you who are watching it afterwards, not live. The title was a new mystery location. Unfortunately, it's not quite as mysterious as I was hoping for. Due to a couple of things. One was the time, and the other one was the weather looked a bit iffy. So I decided not to do it outdoors after all. So the mystery location today is I'm sitting on my bed. So I'm not in my office, which is there. I'm on my bed, but I decided to be on this side of the house because I'm using my mobile connection for the stream, not the Wi-Fi in the house. I've got two different Wi-Fi's. Looks like the spare bedroom. No, it's the it's the actual bedroom. It's my bedroom, Greg. My office is there, and the spare bedroom is, well, the spare bedroom. There's another room there which has beds in it, and is a bedroom, but that's mostly for storing stuff. And then we have one downstairs as well. So anyway, welcome, Greg. Nice that you could be here. So yeah, anyway, I'm not at a mystery location today. Hopefully for the next live stream I will go out and do some kind of mystery location then. I did have a couple of places in mind, but as I say, I was a bit unsure about the weather and the time because I had something to do and I wasn't sure whether I would be back in time. So there we go. So how many people? Oh, we've got a few viewers. That's good. I've got nothing planned as usual, or rather as usual as the last time. So it'll be dependent on what people have to bring up in the comments. I was going to mention one thing which many of you will be aware of, which is the getting rid of the emergency decree, or it's proposed anyway. I don't think it's gone through, but it should go through. Cabinet I think we'll be voting for it this week. So hopefully that will be gone 1st of October, meaning the end of all the COVID restrictions, and hopefully meaning that you'll actually be able to get a drink of water or something on a domestic flight. I haven't flown domestically since, well, 3 months ago, just under 3 months ago, we flew domestically, and it was still hi Nick, yeah, Twisted man, yeah. The mystery location is my bedroom, but there will be a mystery location soon, but it just didn't quite happen. The days before I returned to Thailand, yeah, it's 5 weeks, so you can work that out, 36 days actually. But yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, the end of the emergency decree will hopefully mean the start of in-flight service on domestic flights. If any of you watched my vlog of when we came back to Sweden, we flew from Phuket, and Phuket is a almost 2-hour flight from Udon Thani, direct flight, and we were so stressed that we didn't have time to buy anything to drink or get anything at the terminal or anything like that. So we thought no problems, we'll get it when we got on the plane. And when we got on the plane, we didn't realise there were still full restrictions on domestic flights, which was no service, not even a glass of water. You couldn't even ask for a glass of water. There was nothing allowed. So that wasn't much fun for a 2-hour flight when you were gagging of thirst, really. But that hopefully is now a thing of the past, and from the 1st of October will be gone. So when we come back, hopefully we'll be able to get something on the flight from Bangkok up to Udon Thani. Looking forward to seeing how it is in Suvarnabhumi when we come back compared to last year. Obviously we didn't fly through. We didn't fly through Bangkok on the way out now, so don't know how it looks, but yeah, just be interesting to see. Going back to the mystery location, I mean, I could sit at my desk and do it in my office there, my man cave, but if I'm on that side of the house, this side of the house is where the strongest mobile connection is, and if I do on that side of the house, I get an okay mobile signal there as well, but I'm not getting 4G plus there. And also I would be sort of tempted then to go onto Wi-Fi and stuff, and then I might end up with the same sort of technical difficulties that I had previously, although I am now just using my phone for the stream with the Prism software on it, which seems to be working fine. I've got my laptop here so I can just see how things look, but that's connected to the Wi-Fi, but that's irrelevant because that's not doing any of the work. Oh, Greg, by the way, congratulations on retirement, mate. Nice for you. I would like to be joining you, but I have to wait a while yet. Sharpest you've seen it. Well, I don't know whether you watched the last one 2 weeks ago, but that was sharp from what I could see. I mean, obviously I was outside, but I've got roughly the same signal strength. It's 4G plus, and I've got this app that measures it, and it was showing it as very good. So yeah, it worked great last time, so hopefully it'll work well this time. As I say, I think one of the restrictions when I've been doing it is the actual laptop that I've got. It's not as good as it should be, so that's really great. Good evening, Ross. Welcome along, mate. Hope everything's well. Yeah, excellent picture and sound. Well, that's good. Obviously the picture is of my bedroom, as I said, so not quite the exciting mystery location that I was planning to come to you from, but yeah, we'll see. I've got 2 more live streams in the pipeline for dates which I cannot remember now, but they are a fortnight today and 4 weeks today. So, and then in between those there will be the usual vlog. So next Sunday will be a vlog, and in 3 weeks time there'll be a vlog. And the final live stream is on, it's not the Sunday before we go back to Thailand, but it's the it's like 8 days before we go back. Don't touch anything. No, I'm not touching anything. Hands free. So yeah, there's still 2 planned live streams to come before we go back to Thailand. I don't know how many of you watched I did an extra vlog because we've been to a wedding in Stockholm, and I had quite a bit of footage. I decided I'd do a bonus vlog Wednesday, not last Wednesday, but 10 days ago roughly, and I was a bit disappointed because I didn't get the views that I would have hoped on that. So if you haven't watched it, check that out. Just go back and watch that. Nothing exciting really, but it was just, I knew that the wedding would take up pretty much a whole vlog, and I actually cut back a lot of the footage of the wedding, but it was I thought, well, yeah, I'll do an extra vlog in the week, a midweek vlog as well, because that's what I would like to do when I'm in Thailand, is to do a vlog every Sunday, and then occasionally do one on a Wednesday if if we've been up to something a bit more exciting. But yeah, I was a bit disappointed because I didn't get many views on it, or the views weren't as up to what a normal Sunday vlog is, and the views are not great anyway. So yeah, I wouldn't mind a few more. So if you haven't watched it, just check it out, and give us a thumbs up as well while you're at it. And maybe the YouTube algorithm will take kindly to that. Is it getting dark in here? Is it me? It's getting dark. It's getting dark. Oh, it looks all right there. Now, very quickly, obviously, in a lot of places at this time of the year, it gets dark very quickly, and it was the autumnal equinox last week. But the further north you get, I suppose it's the same in Australia in the summer, the European summertime. The further south you get, but here, when the further north you get, the quicker the time changes, both for the good and bad. So at this time of the year, it's like, you know, from one Sunday to the next, for example, you know, it's almost getting on for an hour's difference. It gets so fast. So it was light till like 8 o'clock 2 weeks ago in the evening, and it's, you know, and still light in the morning, like at after 6 in the morning. But now it's you were expecting a Buddhist wedding. Well, yeah, they might. I did ask whether they were going to have a wedding in Thailand as well, because obviously then there would be, or there may or may not be monks. We didn't actually have monks on our wedding. We had a fellow who was, you know, was like a monk, but it was a Thai wedding. We didn't get married in the West, so we haven't done all that like they did. But yeah, I mean, it was basically, you know, a Western style wedding in the church, and then afterwards there was a reception and stuff, obviously, and it wasn't at 8 o'clock in the morning or whatever. So you know, it was Western style, but they may or may not be going to do something in Thailand later on. Obviously, there were visitors from Thailand who were here for the wedding, but you know, they have massive family and friends and what have you that didn't come. So that might be something that happens in the future when they get over to Thailand. I'm not sure really, but yeah, the wedding was good fun. As I say, and I thought the footage would be far too long, so that's why I put the extra video out. And I've totally lost my track now when I was answering that comment from Russ there, but yeah. Let me just have a look if I missed any comments here. Don't know. I was going to tell you something about YouTube as well, and I've forgotten what it was. Don't know. My brain is a bit fuddled now. Like I said, it was a little bit time got ahead. Oh yeah, I was talking about the daylight. It's suddenly gone from like I say, in 2 weeks, from being dark at light till 8 o'clock at night until now it's about 6 o'clock at night, 6:30 maybe, and by next week it'll be 5:30 at night, and it's dark when I get up in the morning now at 7 a.m. So it goes very quickly, and obviously the clocks don't go back for another month, but it gets very. Steve, good afternoon, Steve. Obviously you're somewhere where it's afternoon. Sharon, Sharon, welcome. Not seen you before. Wondering if it's possible to do a cooking show making Thai food. That might be something that I do sometime. A bit of Thai or Isan Lao food. Obviously, Jao, my wife, used to run a Thai restaurant, and she's a Thai cook, and she's very good. And I've learned a lot of things from her, and I like Thai food, as you can tell from my physique. So that might be something that. Steve, welcome along, Steve. Steve is my neighbour he lives down the road from our farm, just not so far from the farm anyway, in the next village along, not our village, but the other way. We're in sort of in between, and Steve runs past the farm. He's a keen runner, so you'll see on his little what what do you call them things? Avatar there. I've been running. Steve, Birmingham, UK. Well, it's afternoon in Birmingham. So, all's good there. Rain. No running for you, Steve, or what? Perhaps, maybe. I don't expect you don't. That doesn't stop you though, does it? Unless you have to wade through deep rain. I could do with you doing me a favour, Steve, and running out to our other farm, Nadongoy, and taking a photo of the pool, because I keep asking Joe to ask somebody to take a photo of, see how much water's in our new big pool that we had dug last year. And quite a lot is about as much as I get. So I don't know how full it's getting, but because we did a lot of work and digging all these channels and things just before, and then we've had to have some more work done because the pipe that fills it wasn't low enough, so a lot of the water was running away down to the paddies instead of filling the pool. So I'm still not really sure how full is quite full, but yeah. Anyway, going back to Thai food, that might be something I might do as an extra thing. So I'd keep doing the vlogs on a Sunday and maybe do something like that in the week. It's very difficult pleasing people, I have to say, because when we had a week where we went on a bit of a holiday, and we went up to the Mekong around Chiang Khan, and then we went down to Phetchabun. There are videos obviously of that as well. I think during that time, but it could have been another time, I had one comment from somebody who obviously watched regularly, and it was sort of oh, food, that's all it ever is. That's me, I'm done, I'm out of here. So I took that to mean that they didn't like seeing things that we eat, and wouldn't be watching the videos anymore, which is you wait till after the tropical storm. Oh, okay, there's more. There's more coming again. Yeah, well, yeah. Don't do it in the. Don't risk life and limb being out in a tropical storm. I mean, it's not much fun when the lightning is striking. I can vouch for that. It is pretty frightening actually. It's when it's overhead and it's very loud, and the electric goes off and it's bang bang bang. You do feel a little bit exposed. So this person was not very fussed on me showing what we eat when we're out and about and doing, which, it's difficult. And the same thing when I show any animals, cats and dogs. I have comments about them as well. And the problem is that, I understand that not everybody likes cats and dogs, and I understand that for some people, my brother-in-law in the UK being one, food is completely uninteresting. You eat food because you need to eat food to survive. That's kind of, it's not a pleasurable thing in any way, shape or form. But I grew up in a house where food was very important. My parents are chefs. My dad worked as a chef for 40 odd years. My mum worked as a chef, professional, on and off for quite a number of years. And they are food crazy. Their life revolves around food, and they buy a lot of cookbooks and they watch a lot of stuff. And food is good. Simon, let's have a look. Food is good. Some things that the only parts of the video my missus will look up for when I'm watching the Thailand vlogs. Well, yeah, I mean, the whole point being that I was getting dragged off track a little bit, but the point is that food is one thing, cats and dogs are another thing. I mean, my channel is about life, right? It's not about I don't, if I go on a vacation or a holiday trip or whatever. Good evening, Luke from Hong Kong. I saw that they're going to stop the hospital quarantine thing in Hong Kong now. It's been suggested, so that might be good. Yeah, you've just commented on that as well. You'll be able to get to Thailand soon. Yeah, absolutely. I got the idea, Simon. the channel's about life, right? Real life. It's not about you know, looking for content as such. You know, I don't, you know, because when I've asked for suggestions, I don't know really what I'm asking for, but the point is people say, I want to go and see some sites and go, but then I have to make a special effort to do that when perhaps I don't have the time or the inclination or whatever. And the point is that the channel really is, the vlogs, they're about everyday life. They're about how life is, being an expat, mostly in Thailand, but I'm an expat here, although I've been here a long time, or it was a long time since I moved here, but I'm still an expat here, and I have difficulties with that here, not language difficulties, but I do have difficulties with certain things. Certainly when as a result of Brexit, for example, there's quite a few things that became difficulties all of a sudden that I had to deal with, you know, and I had to sort out and apply for the right to live here and so on, even though I've been you know, here for years and years. And so it's life. It's just all about life. Nick Davis, hiya Nick. Are you back from your travels? Nick's from the UK, but he was in America the last time we had our live stream. Nick is, I'll be meeting Nick when he comes out to Thailand at the end of the year. We've met before, we've been out and socialised and what have you. Nick's a very nice fella. Yeah, so that's the thing. The channel's about everyday life, you know. So everyday life includes, you know, in my case, cats and dogs. And I'll tell you something about my cats and dogs in a minute. Yeah, only 2 months and you'll be there. I know I'm counting down the days, mate. 5 weeks, 5 weeks and we'll be off. So can't wait, to be honest, to get out of it. Yeah, everyday life, you know, everyday life includes eating food, and if you're interested in eating, you know, not just, you know, eating just to fuel your stomach and whatever, then of course, you know, it's of an interest, but it's not of an interest to everybody. So I understand that, and I know that cats and dogs are of interest to everybody, but it's life, and it's what things throw, you know, what life throws up at us, and that's what we show. So you know, let's have a quick look. Only 2 months, yeah, but everyday life is the best, easiest to watch. Yeah, I mean, I like watching everyday life stuff as well, you know, of other people's life. It's interesting to see how other people live and what they come across. So you know, obviously, yeah, a holiday or something specific. Yeah, I mean, when we go on a holiday, I show you that as well, because that's my life. You know, that's life. If I decide, right, we're having a holiday, we're going to go on a road trip, or we're going to go, I don't know, to Koh Chang for a week and sunbathe. Well, you know, I'll show you what we do, and I mean, a large part of that would be eating as well. So, you know, because we would probably eat more on a holiday or go out more to, you know, in restaurants and find, you know, eating good food, because, you know, we're treating ourselves because we're on holiday. So that's that, you know, that's part of it. Sharon, let's see what Sharon says. I like the food and animal vlogs. Please, can't please everyone. No, well, that's exactly the thing. You can't please everybody, and you know, it, as I say, if you watch a real life, then, you know, you're going to see life, and like I say, some people are interested in that, so they will show more of that than others who are completely uninterested in it. They won't show that part of their life because they'll think, well, that's not interesting, so I won't be showing that. But anyway, cats and dogs. Many of you will remember we have a retriever called Cafe. We bought him 2 years ago, roughly. I think it was October 2 years ago, and he was only a puppy. Well, he's obviously a big lad now. And we have two Bang Gyaos who are sisters, and he managed to get one of them pregnant last year, Lam Yai, but that didn't go well, and Lam Yai wasn't well, and the puppies were stillborn, and there was a lot of problems, and we didn't end up with any puppies at all, which was a bit of a disappointment. Anyway, this year, because they come into season at different times, he has now done the business with Doc Mai, who is obviously Lamiai's sister, and we are hopefully expecting puppies roughly about a week after we get back to Thailand. So all things being well, we will have some half Bankyao and half cafe puppy doggies. So we're really excited about that because we like puppy dogs and we like cats too. So we shall have to see. So be prepared for lots of puppy dog. Oh, talking of puppy dogs, the dog's barking here. We've got me and Sebastian on the Yappy dogs here this weekend. So which you will see some of in the upcoming vlog. But yeah, we got, you may see a few puppy dog vlogs or live streams or shorts or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, puppies. We love puppies. Puppies. You can't beat puppies. Paul, welcome along, mate. Yes, I'm doing all right. Thanks, Paul. As you know, touch wood. At the minute anyway. I'll be even better when I get back to Thailand, of course, but yeah, so puppies on the way. Not sure what else. I think we're going to take one of the or the other Lamiai, the one who it didn't work out so well with. I think we're going to take it to the farm to be with us at the farm. They don't get on very well. Got 6 golden retrievers, Ross. Oh, but yeah, they are. Cafe's just a bundle of fun. I mean, he's just he's great. Unfortunately, we couldn't have him at the farm because of him being a bit of a nuisance. He's actually escaping from the house now. I mean, I don't know how he manages it, but he's funny. He manages to sneak out through the railings, and obviously the house is on the it's on the main road to Nong Khai. Yeah, cheers, Simon. Nice of you to come along, mate. Much appreciated. All the best, man. Yeah, cafe. The house is obviously right on the Mitrapat, the main road from Udon Thani to Nong Khai, and it's like, you know, 3 lanes on either side, and plus the motorbikes coming down the wrong way and all that. So there's a lot of traffic. But we're at the big archway next to the house is actually the opening into a very big muban, and he climbs out through the railings at the front of the house, and he sneaks around the back there. Now the house has got a high wall on 3 sides, so he can't do anything, and he sneaks off around the back and he does his doggy things around in the muban. But when he comes back, he doesn't sneak back in the same way as he came out. He comes and sits in front of the gate and barks, and then Zhao's niece has to go out and open the gate and let him back in again. So he's a bit of a lad, his cafe. But let me see what Sharon's saying here. I can see it in both places, but it's very difficult to see in the phone here. 2 places to live in Thailand. I knew with my channel, so I don't have the barrel. Well, I'm glad you came. I'm glad you've found us, Sharon. Yeah, basically, what I say called the house. I mean, Zhao has this great big house that she had long before I met her. Well, not long before I met her, but she's had it about, must be about 15, 16 years or something like that. And we've been together 13 years. And that's in Udon Thani. In the suburbs on the main road out of Udon Thani, going north towards Nong Khai, and we've really, the house is Zhao's daughter's house. She will, you know, take over the house at some point. But we always lived in the house when we stayed in the house, and when we always had plans to build a house ourselves, perhaps on the farm or perhaps somewhere else, and we were kind of not forced into it. But when the pandemic hit, we decided, okay, we won't be going back to Sweden for a while. We decided we'll do something, we'll build something so that we can stay on the farm and, you know, keep it. So we built a small house, which is our farmhouse, which is where we live most of the time nowadays, on the farm. Now, it wasn't how we were envisaging building. We were envisaging building a proper house, if you know what I mean. You know, more of a proper house, if you like. But after a while, you kind of get used to it, and you think, well, we don't need any more than that, really. We're going to build a kitchen, an outdoor kitchen off the back soon. I don't know when. Perhaps this winter, if we've got quite a few projects on the go. So obviously, money is not an unlimited supply. So we'll see which of those get off the ground and which don't. But an outside kitchen, or a kitchen that's not part of the current building, is all right. Greg, cheers, mate. Nice of you to join me. I'll catch up with you soon, mate. Yeah, we're planning on building a kitchen, you know, I don't know what you call it, like an extension, but it will be a semi-outdoor kitchen, or it won't be a Western kitchen. I've got a bit of a bee in my bonnet about Western kitchens. When I watch house builds, or, you know, Phalanx building houses, there's a lot of videos, you can watch them all over the place, and they build these massive Western kitchens. I don't quite get why, having, you know, my own experience of living in Thailand, because I just don't see the point of it, you know. I just don't get it. And I know some people say, oh, I like to make roast dinners on a Sunday or whatever, but the thing is, it's just far too hot indoors anyway to cook. You know, I find if I'm doing a lot of cooking, I prefer to do it outside. And I just don't get the Western kitchen thing in Thailand. I mean, you know, fair enough if you live in the West, you know, you and especially in the winter time, having a kitchen indoors that gets hot is, you know, it's a bonus, because you save on the heating, because the kitchen gets heated by getting so hot from you doing the cooking, or well, ours does anyway downstairs. But I don't get why people want to build them in their houses. Now, don't take offence anybody who's built one of these kitchens. It's just my own personal sort of point of view. You know, we at the house, we don't really do much cooking, and what cooking we do outside anyway. We've got a two gas burner thing, so we, you know, we'll wok and what have you on there, or boil up soup and things like that on there. But I mean, indoors we boil water in the kettle, and we use the toaster, like, and that's about it. On the microwave, we warm things up in the microwave, and we cook rice in the rice cooker. But we don't do cooking in the kitchen in the house, which is like a bit Western style. So I don't get it when people build these massive Western kitchens. But obviously, it's up to everybody what they do with their money, and how, or, you know, and what they build and how they build it. So we want to have a kitchen because we like making food and we like eating food, but we don't want to have a Western kitchen. So we were going to build something. I've got an idea, and Joe's obviously got ideas, and it's obviously going to be some kind of combination of them. But whether that's done now, sooner or later, I don't know. We shall have to see about that. But yeah, we don't do much, you know, really. I mean, I do a bit of cooking, but when we're in Thailand, the thing is, there's so much good food to just go to the market and buy a lot of the stuff, you know. So we eat local food. We don't eat Western food really as such, and you know, we get most of our main meals from the market. Breakfast time, you know, we fry up some eggs or whatever, but it's not really the necessary. Let me have a look on the 35 minutes almost. Well, I'm managing to prattle on quite well. Yeah, so going back to Sharon's point, yeah, that's how it is. So we've got the house, and we've got the we've got the farm, and at the farm we've got 2 dogs who we have to tie up because they're a pain, and they kill all our ducks and chickens and our neighbours' chickens, and yeah, not very good. And we had 2 dogs poisoned last year or so ago, and I thought we were going to lose Cafe as well, because he was at the farm and with these 2 dogs that got poisoned. But he is much more cagey about eating. He doesn't sort of just, you know, see something to eat and woofs it down. And I'll read you a comment in a minute. So I was glad that Cafe actually was okay, but the other 2, unfortunately, they died. But we've got these 2 that we rescued that are brothers who are a bit of a pain, and you will see them if you watch some of the videos. But I love them. They're really loving dogs, but they are a pain because they like to kill our chickens and our ducks and things. And obviously at the house we've got the 2 backyards which we bought to replace older dogs that we knew weren't going to be around forever. So those 2 we had in the end of 2016 when they were puppies. So they're just coming on 6 years old, and so you know they don't live forever. Right, Sharon lived in Thailand when I was in the Air Force, current air base. So getting up with the rest. Yeah, it's just too hot. I take it you were in the Air Force. You were in the Thai Air Force, so I'm guessing you were in the US Air Force, or I don't know. I'm just guessing. I'm making assumptions. I don't know who would be at Korat Air Base who wasn't Thai, but I'm guessing American. Yes, yeah. I mean, Western kitchens. It's hot, and but there's I've seen arguments when I've made comments about Western kitchens. People say, I don't like all the ants and all this, that, and the other. Unfortunately, ants get everywhere, even in the house, and you get an awful lot of things coming into the house by having food in the house. Obviously, if you've just got it in a fridge or whatever, or you've got an outdoor kitchen where it's the food is the fridge and all that is outdoors, obviously sheltered from the rain, but there's less likelihood of things coming into the house as well, which is also an issue. Obviously, there's a big difference. I say obviously, but I can tell you there's a big difference between at the house and which is in the city or in the suburbs of the city, and out on the farm where we've literally built slap bang on it. Yeah, United States. I guessed as much. Where we built on the farm, right on the farm. So, and we don't. Our farm is organic, or I should say, we don't use any chemicals and stuff on the farm. So, obviously, there's a lot of life of varying descriptions, and we have so many ants and small insects and big insects and lizards and rats, rice field rats, not sewer rats, and absolutely everything, frogs and toads and everything. So having an outside kitchen, you won't stop these creatures and bugs, but hopefully that will help to keep them away by not having stuff in the house. But the ants, they're it's a constant fight to keep them out. But you do what you do. You do what you do. Are you back in the States now, Sharon? Are you still in Thailand, or what are you doing? Tell me. Yeah. So what was I saying? Yeah. So we've got the 2 Bangyao dogs, and then Cafe. We just bought him on a whim because he's a golden retriever, and we bought him on a whim because we went to a place and we saw him, and he was a puppy, and he was about, I don't know how old he was at the time, about 6 or 8 weeks, and he was just this big bouncy, loving ball of fluff, you know. And so we bought him, and he was living on the farm, but now he's living in the house with the other two dogs. So yeah, and then we've got a load of cats that we rescued that are on the farm. We didn't plan to have any cats, but now we've got cats and we like them. But they're difficult because we lose a lot of cats. They drive each other out, and God knows what happens to them. I mean, the ones that they all get very well treated, but unfortunately, they don't treat each other very well. So, Russ, ants are a pain. Yeah, they are a pain. We also see quite a few snakes. Well, yeah, we get some snakes, but thankfully not too many because I hate snakes. And normally we don't have anything too dangerous. Dad tells me when she was a girl, like, you know, you would have cobras and stuff very near to, but there was a lot of jungle or forest or whatever that's now no longer there. So you know, that's a lot of that's disappeared. I don't like snakes, and I'm kind of frightened of snakes and what have you. And whenever there's a snake, I said to Jo, "Oh, there's a snake, and she'll come out and, you know, with a stick or whatever. And I move it. I feel sorry for them. She says she always feels sorry for everything. So when we have scorpions as well, she moves them on so that they don't get hurt or whatever, or nobody tries to kill them. And she'll take this snake on the end of a stick, you know, and chuck it out. But she always says to me, every single time she'll say, "Oh, it's all right, Bob Yang." She said, it's just an ordinary snake, and as opposed to as an extraordinary snake, which would be sort of, you know, a dangerous snake. And she'll say, like, you know, "Oh, it's just an ordinary snake, you know, it just eats frogs or fish or whatever." And I think, well, yeah, they might only eat frogs or fish. I mean, but doesn't mean that they don't have a bite or they're not, you know, slightly dangerous or whatever. But they're a pain. The other thing that I do think is a pain, and I those of you who watched me for a while will know, it's scorpions, because I got stung by a scorpion not so long ago, and I don't like them. And we get them. I got stung by a little white scorpion. I didn't even see it. But the black scorpions, we get them quite a lot in our dog cage in the front of the house. And quite often, you know, suddenly the dogs start barking. And you know, from the bark, there's something. And you can sort of get, oh God, there's a scorpion coming. And the scorpions come in at night because we've got the lights all around the house. And there's a light in the doghouse or in the dog's cage and what have you. And it's attracts insects, as do all the lights when you're in the middle of nowhere in the dark, you know. So they come in to eat insects and things as well, like other things do, and lizards and what have you, you know. But they cause a bit of an uproar because the dogs go wild barking and stuff, and then I see what they're barking at, and I have to get rid of it, you know. And I'm frightened of them because like I say, I'm wary of. I don't like things like that anyway, scorpions and spiders and God knows what. And I usually get with the dustpan and brush and kind of try and sweep it into the dustpan, but the dogs are going bananas as well. So they're a bit of a pain. But snakes, we haven't had too much problems with them because we got the cats as well. Sometimes the cats will catch a snake and be playing with it and whatever, but we don't tend to have a problem. But the ants are just an absolute nightmare. They're just everywhere, and when you get towards the rainy season, they get more and more and more. And there's just the lines of them, you know, they're going up the walls and coming in somewhere and going up the walls, going up this way, going up that way. And the cats and the dogs' food, when we put the dishes down, you know, if we don't put like this chalk, this ant chalk round the animals' food dishes, within no time the bowl is just teeming with ants, acid reflux, and it's a real nightmare, you know, and of course they won't eat it because the ants bite them and what have you. So, you know, ants are a problem, and we get them in everywhere, in everything. You know, you open something in the house, on the farm, open something and it's just full of ants. You know, you wonder how they've even managed to get in these things, you know, boxes and packages of food and this, that and the other. So ants, yeah, not fussed on ants, I have to say, but we do actually spray ants when we see a line of them, and try and keep them out, even though we don't want to use any chemicals on the farm itself. We don't have a choice because they're just such a nightmare. What's Sharon saying? Live in the States now. Okay, yeah, he retired. He was in Thailand during the 70s. Right, yeah, okay. Message. Somebody's sending me messages on my phone. That's a just one sec, sorry. Yeah, that's a long time ago. I'm aware that Udon Thani was actually, you know, became what it is due to the air bases and all that in the Vietnam War period and what have you. So that was quite a long time ago though now. But I'm glad you watched anyway, Sharon, and hopefully you will stick with us. That's what I'm going to say. We will soon be back, and then obviously there will be the content will be Thailand based, and there's a lot more of it. Here in Sweden, you know, obviously it's a lot less goes on. There is a lot less that goes on, and which is why I'm doing these live streams every other week, because it's often quite difficult to find enough content for a weekly vlog. I mean, one week is pretty much like the next, apart from when we have some unexpected events like a wedding or whatever. So 5 weeks and 1 day, and we will be off back to Thailand, and then there will be all sorts of stuff from Thailand, and possibly Laos as well. I've got plans to go up to Luang Prabang in Laos for a bit of a holiday. I don't know quite when. It may be over Christmas and New Year, it may be later on. I want to go, we'll just go up to Linchan, which isn't far from us, and then and we'll take the train, the Lao China Railway up to Luang Prabang, I think, and that would be interesting. And we will probably be going somewhere to go to the coast and have a bit of a swim, because it's been ages since I went to the seaside and had a swim. In fact, it was when, just as COVID broke in February 2020, was the last time we were on Koh Samet. So by the time we get back, that'll be nearly 3 years, but that we've been to the beach. So there will be that as well, and then there'll just be the normal everyday life. And as I say, we've got some projects on the go, so yes, stick with us, and hopefully you enjoy it. 48 minutes. I think I'm going to let me see what Russ is saying. With all the rain we've had, I bet your trees are doing well. Yeah, I think some have died, Russ. We've got somebody taking care of things on Nha Dongoi, where Joe planted, I don't know how many, 2,500 trees or whatever it was. Well, she and her gang did, and some have obviously died there. But we've got somebody who's taking care of it, so it's keeping the overgrowth down, cut the grass, basically it's just grass growth, but doing a great job with that. So the place is looking good. I'm really looking forward to seeing actually how much things have come on during the rainy season. So I don't know yet, but what I was mentioning before to Steve was about checking out the pool, because I'm also very interested. The great big pool that we had dug there, to see how much water we've got in it, because we need to sort out an irrigation system for all the trees there, and it's a big area of land that's been planted I'm not sure exactly the size of it, but I think it's about 6-7 rai. And we need to water now. We've got this one well which I bought a solar pump and whatever that I didn't get working, but we didn't need it working really then, but I need it working once the rain season stops, or I need an alternative. Now, I was, one of the things that we were discussing was digging another well much nearer the pool and having solar power to either pump water up from that into the pool or to pump out of the pool to irrigate. So we would use the same solar for either or, depending on, you know, we wouldn't need to be watering every day, all day. So when we weren't watering the trees, we could be pumping water back into the pool as well. Yeah, more rain than ever before. Yeah, I don't know exactly any figures or anything, but I mean, where we are is for Thailand is pretty dry, and it's been very, very wet and a lot of flooding and stuff. So, and we've had flooding on the farm I've mentioned. So yeah, it's I'm looking forward to seeing that and to see how it's come on. I'm pretty sure it will have caused some damage that as well that we don't know about at the minute that we're going to have to fix. Obviously, things that have been major damages have been dealt with fairly quickly by family and friends and whatever. So, but I'm sure there is quite a lot of things that maybe other people wouldn't consider so important that we will think, oh my God, look at the state of that all this rain has done. So there will be, I'm sure, a lot of things that need to be sorted. So we will see when we get there. So yeah, there'll be plenty coming up. But as I say, I'm going to end it very soon. Next Sunday, a vlog. I can have a look at the dates even, couldn't I? Well, I got an email to tell me I was live. That was good. Let me look at the actual dates, the actuals. Right, yeah, here we go. My Outlook. Right, yeah. Next Sunday will be a vlog, the 2nd of October, and then the 9th of October there'll be a live stream, and the 23rd of October there will be a live stream. After that, we will be, I'm not saying we won't have live streams, but I'm not going to schedule them for this normal time slot on a Sunday. This is the time when I will be releasing a vlog every Sunday. So there will be, if there's going to be any live streams, they will be at different times. Johnny, how are you doing, Johnny? Welcome along, mate. I'm doing well, thank you. I'm about to end it now, so so you'll have to watch the replay. But yeah, 9th and the 23rd of October will be live streams, scheduled live streams like this. Other Sundays there will be a vlog. So the 30th of October will be the last fully in Sweden vlog, and then the following Sunday will probably be, you know, a travelling back to Thailand type of vlog, and us arriving in Thailand, and see how that goes. So that will be it. Join us on the 9th of October for the next live stream, and as I said, check out the vlogs, especially the extra vlog that I did on the Wednesday the week before last, because I didn't get so much love. So if you haven't watched it, please watch it. Otherwise, thank you very much for those of you that have taken part today, and I do appreciate it. And I'm going to call it a day. It's nearly an hour. Yeah, thanks a lot, Nick. All the best, mate. And I will obviously be out with the vlog, but I will see you live again in a fortnight. And that's it. Cheers. In Thailand till I die. All right. Cheers. In Thailand till I die. I don't think I've seen you before, but But welcome along, mate, and thanks very much for watching. All the best. I am going to call it a day. Cheers.